What's up, everybody? This is Domingo Hero Network, and today video we're going to be doing, guys, I'm going to do a review of Yashahime Princess Demon Season 1, Episode 19, and the name of this episode is called Princess Aiya's Beniyasha Hunting. So here we go, and also you can watch Yashahime Princess Demon available now on Hulu, crunchyroll, and funimation. Of course, Yashahime is the sequel to Inuyasha and Inuyasha the Final Act, and we're going to review Season 1, Episode 19. So let's get this started. So here we go. So the Deputy Shogun's daughter, Aiya, offers to employ the Demon Slayer if they win in a battle against the bounty hunters. And so Hisui, Nanasushi, and Rokuta greets Princess Aiya, who made the offer to the Demon Slayer behind her father's back, and Ogazuisu. Yeah, by Ogaga Yakusu. Hurry. Dano. At first, Aiya is unsure if she would give Hisui the others her request without the chiefs around, but Hisui tells Aiya that he'll be handing her request with full responsibility in their chief's absence. So Princess and Aiya tells the Demon Slayers if they accept her job, they might join the Ogogaga Yashahiraji's family military forces. Hisui, Nanasuki, and Rokuta become excited hearing such an exposition by the princess. However, Aiya makes it clear that she isn't asking for a demon slaying's job, but rather a contest. She tells the demon slayers if they were victorious, then they will be employed and introduce them to their opponents. The demon slayers' opponents are bounty hunters named the Lady, the Ninja, the Granny, and the Muscular Princess. As absorbed by Hisui and the others, see that she is having fun putting this whole contest together. Princess Aiya and then introduce the final opponent of the bounty hunter, Mora. Mora isn't fun being part of this contest, but she was recommended by Jabari, and Aiya is nonetheless excited to see the contest go down. Nakashe Rokuta actually see if it's okay to go through with this contest with the chiefs going ahead. He said, responded by saying, since his uncle Kohaku has been always taking care of them, it's time for them to repay some of that kindness. Samara complains to Takachiho about why does he have to fight the demon slayers with those bounty hunters. Takachiho reminds Mara over and over her debts and adds on that Japanese will be getting the money for participating. Takachiho also gives Mara a note the demon slayer wanted to give to her. So Hisui, Nakashe, and Rokuta meet up with Setsuno to tell her about the job Princess Aiya requested them to do between demon slayers and bounty hunters. Hisui tells her the only ones to have to defeat is Mora, and says that if she is sick, the child says and asks them to keep this a secret from Toa. Morning comes, Toa wakes up to see Mora packing her bags and getting ready to go somewhere. Toa asks Mora where is, and Mora laughs nervously, avoiding to tell Toa about the challenge that has happening. Mora accidentally hints that she is going to a large-scale battle and leaves right away, and realizes after Toa then pick up Mora's words about going to the battle, realize she needs to be calling Setsuno to inform her about it. Completely obvious that Setsuno is also part of this battle. So Mora tells Takachiho that she carry her to the place of battle. That is the plan, is a perfect one. Takachiho doesn't like the plan, but there are no second chances. Toa looks for Setsuno, but is unable to find her, and only found Kian telling her that Mora is in trouble. Princess Aiya is on her way to witness the contest being carried by her servants. So Setsuno, Hisui, Rokuta, and Nanashi are waiting together at the field for the bounty hunter. Princess Aiya is eager to see the contest start. A horn blows, and in distance of a huge drawing castle, it appears as the bounty hunter stand in front of them. The bounty hunter introduces himself to the demon slayers, the Lady, the Ninja, the Granny, the Muslim, and Mora. They call themselves the strongest bounty hunters. who will always get the bounty more is out of sync with the rest of the bounty hunter as they do their opening. The Demon Slayer chose not to introduce themselves the way the bounty hunters did, and one is to get this battle over with. The Demon Slayers use a catapult for fire a single oil pot with the bounty hunters and more suggest that they run from it instead of attacking with the oil pot. The oil pot set their mimic version of the castle on fire, and as the Demon Slayer fire more oil pops, the bounty hunters all panic and start to run everywhere. The Demon Slayers are confused of how their castle is already burning with a single oil pot. Hisui tells them that the Princess Aiya wishes to see a spectacular and commands them to keep on firing oil pots. As more oil pots are being fired down at the bounty hunter, they continue to run about in picnic and going nothing but to attempt to fight back at the Demon Slayers. So Princess Aiya is currently cheering more fire, satisfied with the work of the Demon Slayers. Samara is currently running and trying to dodge every oil pot being thrown at her, saying she didn't hear about this. Apparently things are going as planned for more hope. So Toa is riding on Kilala's back in hopes of finding Mora as she sees in the distance a place up in smoke. The bounty hunter's fake castle burn and falls to the ground. Mora finds herself surrounded by flames where nowhere is escape. Toa founds Mora and tells us that she's here to help her as she picks Mora up for being a son of a fire flying off together with Kigala. He's really shocked to see Toa and Kirana in the midst of this battle and wants to find out who told Toa about this battle. Sensei says that she told Mora not to tell. Sensei tells Hisui and the other Demon Slayers to leave, handing Toa to her. Toa, Mora, and Kirana all land somewhere safe. And Toa asks Mora why she is in the battle. Mora tells Toa that it was something she had no choice but to participate in. Toa asks Mora this is a job request by Jaku, and Mora tells her yes, leading out of a nervous laugh. Toa tells Mora that she wants to let Setsuna know, but she couldn't find the Demon Slayer. Mora tells Toa that she'll find them soon. Setsuna appears in front of Toa. Mora and asks her if they are looking for her. Sensei tells Toa not to get in the way because they're in the middle of a battle. She tells Toa that she is simply doing her job as a Demon Slayer, and Mora adds on that. Sensei and her are currently in the middle of the epic battle. Toa puts the pieces together, realizing that Mora is the one fighting the Demon Slayer. Hisui accepts Sensei by taking care of Toa regarding the oil puns towards Mora, with Toa and Sensei in company of her as the oil pots are coming down. All three girls are running and dodging them all. Toa and Mora hides behind some rocks, and Sensei is hiding behind a tree. Toa tells Mora she is going to talk to Demon Slayers. Sensei stops Toa and telling her not to meddle in their business. Toa argues Sensei, saying that this whole situation is wrong, and asks her why does her and Mora have to fight. Toa says that they are all on the same team. Sensei responds to her and asks her who decides such a thing in regard to him as being in the same team. Sensei tells Toa that she is too soft. After all, she doesn't understand or see anything. Sensei ends on by telling Toa if she gets in her way, she'll defeat her too, pointing her blade directly at Toa. So Princess Aiya becomes impatient and wants everyone to continue the fight already. Sensei swing her blade at Toa, and Toa dodges every swing from her action. Sensei stop. Mora agrees with Toa and tells Sensei if she thinks she's going too far, Sensei uses her scorch to swallow attack on Toa, and Mora jumps in and pushes Toa aside out of protecting. So Rakota and Nanache sees that this battle between Demon Slayers and Bunny Hunter has turned into a sibling battle instead. So Hisui tells them to take care of Mora and has Takachi to help them. Mora tells Sensei that she is going too far with this fight. Sensei saying she has to finish the battle one way or the other. Mora tells Sensei that she is going to win this battle and get the bounty And Sensei responds to her saying since she'll be the one who wins since they accept the job, and she now has to see through Mora using her Quinton Dragon Wave against Sensei, and says they use her Cyclone Burst against Mora. Princess Aiya is enjoying the fight while Tora asks her to stop and pull down the blaze to stop Mora's Sensei from fighting. Okay, so Tora breaks apart and says that Mora's attack and oil pots fell from the sky. Instead of landing on the ground, it falls more around. Instead, the oil pot eventually hits more on her head and she falls to the ground. The oil pot turns out to be Takachu in disguise, and Morris kicks Takachu away. This gives me Indian supervise. Hisui appears behind Toa and tells her that they need to defeat Bar because as a demon, it's their duty to see a job through the end. So Sensei asks Toa to stay back. But Toa tells the bone she'll protect Mora with all she got. He tells her, fine, then we'll have to go all out and swing his Hirakos at them. The girls dance the Hirakos, but it aims for Toa and it swings back. Mora protects Toa and then takes the hit of the Hirakos, instead falling behind a layer of the thick grass. As Mora falls into the thick layer of glass, the sound of a transformation happens. So Princess Aiya is entertained by this fight, continuing laughing. One of Aiya's servants asks her if she's ready to employ the Aiya responds by saying, of course not. Father will never contact such a thing. It is obvious a lie I made up. The chief and the demon slayers, Gohaku, shows up behind the princess and the servants overhearing Aiya's words. Toa holds Mora as she barely injured. Hisui is pleased to say that the battle is over and Rokuta and Nanashe becomes excited to join the Lord's forces to become victorious. Towards of subsidiary are unconscious and yells, asking them, is that precious to them? And saying there is nothing more precious than a life. Shortly afterwards, the real Mora walks up in front of Toa, and then the Mora that Toa is holding on is really Takachio in disguise as her. The moment when Mora was hit by the Hirakos and fell behind into the thick layers of grass, her and Takachi switch places, and Takachi's got Mora pretending to be unconscious. Tohisi walks up to Toa and tells her that today's battle has a bit more to it. And Toa learns that today was all a fixed match and scripted. Hisui tells Toa that winning this battle and joining the Lord's forces would mean that the demon slayers wouldn't have to worry about money. So Kohaku interrupts and walks towards everybody and informs Hisui and everybody else that the employment offers by Princess Aiya was all a lie. The demon says except Setsuna is left shocked, and Hisui tells Kohaku that he thought it would have been able to give him a better life and then joins the Lord's forces. Kohaku tells Hisui that the demon slayers are there to help for those who are needed, and it should never be for someone who is taking care of that for the sake of money. Kohaku is not going to apologize to Kohaku. Back at the departing shotgun castle, Okugayatsu Higura Denjo is upset at his daughter, Princess Aiya, for offering employment without his consent, setting up a battle. So Princess Aiya tells her in front of her that she became upset when her kimono got dirty with a speck of mud as Morrison's arranged at the castle. Say told her when she was kidnapped by Okugayatsu Denjo and Yotomazo. The first episode of Beniyasha. Of course, that was the first episode of Yashahime. The end of the day comes, and Setsuna and Tora are walking together. Mora tells her that they couldn't tell her about today because she was a terrible liar. Toa stays quiet, Setsuna cries by saying Toa wouldn't understand, says it's just how business works. Toa turns and stares at Mora and Setsuna before running and giving both of them a hug. Toa becomes emotional and he's glad that everything is okay, that Mora and Setsuna are okay. Mora feels a big gift, saying that it would have been easier to tell her was just mad at them. Instead of emotional, Setsuna agrees that the episode ends with Toa still embracing them with the girls with a hug. And that's gonna be it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of Yashahime and Princess at Demon Season 1, Episode 19. I gotta say, overall, this episode was honestly, it's kind of a little, mediocre because I feel like, how the way this episode is, with the borderliners and the behavior. It's just that this episode was not that great, to be honest. That's just my opinion about it. It wasn't, not that great though. So it was just, meh. But what do you guys think about episode 19? Let me know. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. So don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe, and post your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about my review, Yashi and Princess Half Demon, Season 1, Episode 19. Do you like this episode? Do you not? Let me know in the comments. And that's going to be it for the video. So this is the Domingo Hero Network. All I can say is take care, have a good day, goodbye, everyone. And the Domingo Hero Network is signing out. Peace.